Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're cutting straight past all that AI hype to talk about the reality of the modern workflow. We're talking about the absolute future of teamwork. Look, we all know AI is already deeply embedded in our tech stacks, right? It's crunching massive data sets, it's generating wild ideas, but right now, we are right in the middle of this massive, fundamental shift. We're moving from looking at artificial intelligence as just another software tool to actually onboarding it as a core teammate.
It's no secret, AI is firmly a part of our everyday work. But successfully bringing it into your daily grind, that requires way more than just dropping a fancy new piece of tech into your existing processes. I mean, if you just implement the tech, sure, you'll automate a few tasks, but true, successful adoption, that requires genuine leadership. It means really, deeply understanding how human beings are going to interact with these systems, day in and day out.
So this brings us to the million-dollar question. How do we actually build teams where humans and AI work together effectively? Honestly, we have to completely stop viewing AI as this looming threat coming for our jobs and start treating it as a collaborative partner, albeit a partner that, literally never needs a coffee break. Okay, let's dive into what this actually means. A human-AI team is a working environment where people and intelligent systems collaborate to achieve shared goals. Think about the incredible synergy here. It's like a giant puzzle. The AI brings relentless computational horsepower to the table, processing endless streams of data, automating those boring, repetitive loops, and delivering recommendations at lightning speed. But us, the humans, we bring the magic a machine just cannot replicate. We provide that nuanced creativity, the complex judgment, the context, and the empathy. When you combine that raw computational power with irreplaceable human insight, you achieve significantly more than either could on their own.
Now, there's a massive leap between mere automation and true collaboration. Automation is basically your classic set it and forget it. It's just technology performing a predefined task on a loop. But collaboration, that is a whole different ballgame. In a collaborative model, AI helps people analyze, predict, and create, but the human remains actively, crucially involved in the loop. The ultimate goal here isn't to kick humans out of the driver's seat. It's to combine our strengths to unlock a much higher level of value. AI handles the heavy lifting of the data, and we handle the high-level application of meaning.
Section 1. The Trust Factor. Building AI Confidence.
As we introduce these intelligent partners into our workflows, we hit our absolute biggest hurdle. If your team doesn't trust the system, the whole collaborative model just falls apart completely. To build that essential trust, leaders have got to be incredibly transparent about a few key things. First, why is the AI actually here? Second, what exactly does the technology do? Third, how does it make its decisions? Fourth, and actually, this might be the most important one, what are its specific limitations? And finally, who ultimately remains accountable? When the leaders openly communicate these realities, something pretty remarkable happens. Employee fear naturally drops, and confidence in the system skyrockets.
Section 2. The evolution of the manager.
Because intelligent systems are taking over more and more routine tasks, management itself is evolving at breakneck speed. Managers are shifting away from just coordinating basic administrative chores. As AI takes on the heavy lifting of process tracking and data organization, managers get to step into higher leverage roles. We're talking coaches, strategic thinkers, change leaders, problem solvers. In a fascinating twist, bringing AI into the mix actually makes management much more human. Leaders finally get the bandwidth to focus on developing their people and driving big-picture strategy.
Section 3. Skills for the future. Of course, it isn't just the managers who are evolving. The entire workforce needs to adapt. Tomorrow's most valuable professionals have to navigate two totally distinct domains at the exact same time. On the technical side, you absolutely need digital and AI literacy, strong data interpretation skills, and just general adaptability. But equally important are those deeply human capabilities: critical thinking, creativity, empathy, ethical judgment. Look, you don't need to suddenly become a software programmer overnight. No way. But you do need to blend an understanding of how intelligent tech supports your work with those irreplaceable human traits an algorithm just can't fake.
Section 4. Leading the AI workforce. When you're leading this new workforce, your primary job is making sure that any new technology serves a real, tangible purpose, both for your people and the broader organization. Tech just for the sake of tech is completely useless. Leaders need to be asking themselves some absolutely crucial questions. Does this technology actually create real value? Does it genuinely improve the employee experience? Is it helping our customers? Is it being used responsibly? And finally, are our people actually prepared for this shift? At the end of the day, an AI strategy is a people strategy. You simply cannot transform a company without transforming how its people actually work.
Section 5. The Practical Playbook.
So, how do we actually make this happen on the ground? Well, here is a highly actionable playbook. And it starts with one super simple question you can ask your team today. What part of your work would you most like AI to help with? Take a second to really think about that. By asking this, you empower the employee to identify their own bottlenecks and repetitive chores. It instantly flips the script from a scary, top-down mandate to a collaborative productivity boost designed entirely for their benefit. And then you immediately follow it up with this second question. What part of your work should always remain human? This one is a real game changer. It forces a deeply important conversation about creativity, trust, and purpose. It actively protects the human element of your operations, and it constantly reinforces that this new relationship is collaborative, not competitive. The absolute best AI-enabled workplaces are built alongside employees, not just imposed on them. To summarize all of this, leading these highly capable teams effectively boils down to a few critical pillars. You have to establish trust and transparency, blend continuous learning with human creativity, and communicate with a crystal-clear purpose. The future of work is absolutely not going to be defined by humans desperately running in a race against machines. It's going to be defined by people who have learned how to work intelligently alongside them.
I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. The future team isn't human or artificial. It's both. So as you look at your own organization and your daily workflows, ask yourself, are you building a culture that stubbornly competes with algorithms, or are you actively designing the ultimate intelligence partnership? Because the ones who choose partnership, they're the ones who are going to define the future. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.